What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another Pug Love Production YouTube channel video. As always, I am your host, Adam Z. And I finally got some answers for you. And I am so sorry, guys, that it took so long for me to finally respond to these questions. So for those of you that don't know, some of my newer subscribers, I did a little Q&A like 2 weeks ago. I put up the video and I just was like, okay, leave any questions you have in the comments below, and I'm not going to respond to them. I'll make a video like in a week or so answering the questions. Well, now it's 2 weeks later, and I'm finally starting to get to them. Now, these aren't going to be all the questions, because I had a good bit of questions there in the comments section, so I wanted to break it up and hopefully not make the videos too long for you guys, and then, yeah, because I don't know how much detail I'm going to go into. I've looked over the questions, kind of thought about how I'm going to answer, but that could change with me at any time. So yeah, this is going to be the first part of the questions, and hopefully later this week, if not later this week, I will definitely do my best to get the next set of questions answered by the weekend, because I should have had this done a week ago. So I am so sorry, guys, and I'm just going to get into it now. Got my handy dandy notebook. So first question comes from Pugs309. How old are you? How long have you and your wife been together? And how old is Yoda and Starla? Great set of questions. First off, I'm 26. I know. Probably if you came in at the very beginning of my channel, I had a huge beard. Probably threw you off a little bit until I shaved it. So I'm 26 years old. My birthday's in November, so by the end of the year, I'll be 27. My wife and I, we've been together, we've been married for 4 years now, and we've been together for about 7, I believe. It feels like we've been together forever. But yeah, we've been together for about 7 years total, but married for 4. And we started dating back in like 2010, I guess. I thought it was 2009, but I wasn't too sure myself. Basically, we were done graduating high school, obviously. We both graduated high school at the same year, but very opposite sides of Pennsylvania. And I have a Facebook. I haven't gotten on it in about 6 years. That's why if you ever hear me say I'm a YouTube exclusive, that's why I don't get on Facebook. I don't really like Facebook. It's not for me. And once I started dating, when I started dating my wife, I just kind of said, whatever. I don't need Facebook. You know, all I really used it for was to kind of chat with my buddies and see what they were doing, which is what I use my cell phone here for. So I was just like, whatever. And that might change. I might make a Pug Love Production Facebook at some point, and Instagram or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? But so she actually sent me a message on Facebook, just randomly out of the blue, and I actually was pretty much done with Facebook at the time, and just randomly hopped on it that day. Saw a message from some random girl from Pottsville, and I was like, oh, okay. Never even heard of this town. It's from Pennsylvania. And we just started talking on Facebook. Turned out we were both going to the same YTI, York Technical Institute in Lancaster for pastry arts. And she was actually going to be in a different class than me, because they told her that the class that I was in, the morning class, was filled, which wasn't true. So she wasn't even going to be in the same class as me until we started talking, and yeah, she talked to the school and got it changed up, and we were in the same class. And actually, when we started going to school together, I don't even think I talked to her right away until like a month or two, or even probably later than that, because I'm pretty shy when it would come to talking to girls and everything. That's kind of how I was in high school. I didn't really have a lot of self-confidence or anything when it came to talking to girls. And yeah, so it was just slowly, kind of became a relationship, and from there on, got married. So yeah. Oh my gosh. See, told you I'd start rambling. It's gonna be a long one. And how old is Yoda and Starla? So Yoda is actually he's 8 years old. That's right. Yoda's 8 years old. I actually got him as soon as I graduated high school back in 2009 as a graduation present from my parents, because my mom kept telling me, oh, the next dog we get is going to be a pug. Oh, the next dog we get is going to be a pug. Oh, the next dog we get is going to be a pug. And it just never happened until I graduated. And the sad part was, basically we were inseparable. I was with Yoda every waking second. And he's like a son to me. He is my son. I don't consider him a dog. I don't consider Starla a dog. They are little people in fur coats. So, yeah. And when I actually, after my wife and I were done with Patriarch School, we ended up moving back to Pottsville, and I had to leave Yoda here with my mom for like 5 years or so. And that was just heartbreaking, because whenever we would come back and visit, he'd get so excited and be like a puppy again, just running around all happy and everything. And then he would know when we were getting ready to leave, and he would just get super depressed, and he wouldn't want to be around anybody, and it was just heartbreaking. But I really didn't want to and couldn't bring him back with me, because my parents, my wife's parents, at their house, they already had about 4+ dogs there. But while we were living there, about a year or two after my wife and I moved up there, one of the dogs had some puppies, and we just, we couldn't help it. We took one. She became our little Starla. And Starla's about 6 years old. So 6 years old for Starla, 8 for Yoda. My wife and I have been together for 7 years. Married for 4, and I'm 26. So that was just the first question. That was 7 minutes long. So, hope you guys are geared up. Might want to get a drink or a snack or something here. So, Sean Rockin' Boxes asks, do I have any Friday the 13th pops? Unfortunately, I do not. I love Jason. He's a real cool guy, in my opinion. Yeah, just slicing up teenagers. I haven't really seen any Friday the 13th pops out there. I do see some of the horror ones, and it's just, I would love to pick them up because I love horror movies, especially those older ones. And usually when I see them, I'm actually looking for something else, or I have my money planned for something else, so I just kind of like, okay, they'll still be there, hopefully. But yeah, no Friday the 13th, unfortunately. But I will keep my eyes open for someday when I have money not set aside for something else. The Musical Nerd asks, what is your current favorite pop? And I'm going to take that as in from my personal collection, because there's way too many pops out there to pick my favorite out of all of them. So I actually have those guys right up here. My 2 favorite current pops right now, actually, I like Blizzard May too. I put Blizzard May in there just because she's my main character from Overwatch, and the fact that she's standing on the Blizzard ice is just awesome. But we got my Hot Topic exclusive Chrome Vader right here. I know that's pretty hard to see, just because, and he is in a hard case, and that's because he was actually the first pop in my collection, so it has sentimental value, and he's what got me started in pop collecting. He was a gift from, I believe, my wife, or maybe my wife's mom, or even possibly my wife's brother. I forget who got me that. It was like a mystery box from GameStop, but they got the pop specifically, that one, and threw him in the mystery box, and along with whatever else was in there at the time. So that was pretty cool, and yeah. So Chrome Vader, and then My Chase version of Weaponized Rick would be my other favorite current pop in my collection. And again, that's sentimental value. It's not my most expensive one in the collection. It's it was my first Chase, and it was given to me by my best friend Josh. So again, just sentimental value. Next up, we've got GamerPie2099, and he asks, what Funko Pop would you like to see made that hasn't come out yet? And I do have there are some questions that have this same, there are some people that had the same questions probably as ones that I'm answering now, and I'll actually try to do a different answer because it was hard to pick some of these just to have one. So in the next video, if you see the same question, it will probably be a different answer. But I would like to see Franky from One Piece be made into a pop, just because obviously I've told you guys, One Piece is my favorite anime, and they only have, well, actually technically 5 pops for One Piece right now. And that would be, and I have them all. That's Luffy, the main character, Ace, his brother, Tony Chopper, regular and flocked, and I've got both of those, and he was the medic for the crew, or he is the medic for Luffy's crew, and Law, and Law teams up with Luffy at some point. I won't, give any secrets away, but so I'd like to see Franky, and I'd like to see 2 separate versions, because honestly, all the ones that they did make already for One Piece can be made again, because the ones they did make were after the 2-year time skip. So obviously, I would have liked to see the original crew members first, and then do this, but honestly, I don't even know if they're going to come out with more One Piece ones. It looks like probably not too many people bought them, so might be that kind of thing where they're like, oh, these didn't sell too well, so we might not make any more. But honestly, One Piece, there's over 700 episodes. I don't even know. They might even be at 800. I've taken some time off of One Piece. But there's so many episodes and so many characters, good guys and bad guys, that you could probably easily make over 100 pops of all the characters. Because all the characters, they try to throw backstories in for everybody. Major characters, non-major characters, good guys and bad guys. You pretty much learn everything about these people. So it'd be awesome to see just a huge One Piece just pop coming. Just a lot of One Piece pops coming in there. So I'd like to see the two different variations of Franky. One before the 2-year time skip and one after, because Franky, above anybody else, has the biggest change of after the 2-year time skip. So his regular version could actually be made into a regular pop like these guys, and then after the 2-year time skip, he would absolutely have to be made into a 6-inch because of what happens. And I don't want to spoil it, but I kind of want to go into the detail because it's so cool. So I'm gonna go into detail. So Franky's a cyborg, and he actually has giant Popeye forearms. So he's got huge forearms, goes into the bicep. He's a hilarious character. And the thing with Franky is, he is a cyborg, but he's not like a cyborg like you think. It's kind of hard to explain. He essentially looks fairly human for the most part, until he starts whipping out attacks and all that kind of stuff. And, well, his nose is metal. That's the only thing that really throws you off at first. But then you learn his entire front body is mechanical and metal, just because of an accident that happened in his past. I'm not going to get into that. So, but yeah. But his backside, he looks fairly human, pretty much, except for those goofy anime features. So you wouldn't really be able to tell until he explains why, and what happened. So, and right before the 2-year time skip, he suffers huge injuries and basically finds a laboratory, however you want to pronounce it, of the greatest scientist in the One Piece world, and finds schematics that are just way, way, way years advanced from anything he's seen, and just kind of goes to work and rebuilds his body. And he is massive when he comes back. But yeah, so that's who I'd love to see. I would love to see Frankie. Boom! The Hoosier Nerd asks, are you planning to go any cons in the near future? And sadly, the answer is no. There's just no way I'm going to be able to afford to go into any cons, and I actually haven't even been to a con yet. So I could have probably gone to the Harrisburg Comic-Con a few months back or so, just because that's actually in Pennsylvania and very close to where I live. And none of my friends were really up for it, and I just said, whatever, skip it. So, but yeah, with the twins coming possibly next month or October, and trying to get a house, probably not going to be able to go to any cons anytime soon. And we're actually working on getting a house, like actually getting the house. Basically, on Saturday, went and saw a house with my wife. We liked it. You know, put our offer in, did our counters back and forth for a while. Finally agreed on something. And now we're just waiting to hear for the okay, go through the inspections, and hopefully everything's good. And we can get moved in and get the nursery set up for the babies before they come. But yeah, unfortunately, no cons. I would love to go to, you know, Comic-Con or something, or this Star Wars con sometime. But I'd also, BlizzCon would be freaking awesome to go to also. I'd love to go to BlizzCon. But yeah, the next major trip I would have to say is we're probably going to try to save up money to do a Disney World trip for when the kids get old enough. Which is going to be awesome. I'm excited. We've been talking about that before she was even pregnant, because she's never been to Disney World, and I've been there once or so. I'm pretty sure once for the 75th anniversary, and we did the Disney cruise back when I was really young, and I love Disney, so I'm excited to go back. Really want to go check out that, go to Universal Studios and everything, and you know, check out some of the new stuff there too. And I don't know if it's in Universal Studios or Disney World, but the Harry Potter Wizarding World of Harry Potter, check them out. You know, Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. Hit up that sweet shop. You know that's where I'm going. Go to Ollivander's, get myself a wand. But Daddy, where's my wand? My wand. This is my wand. But Daddy, no, mine. And my wife's like, no, you're not getting a wand. They are. I was like, but I want a wand too. So yeah. Next up, we have the Bearded Pop Hunter. Has several questions. Top 3 PPG pops. Most sought after pop that you don't own. Does your wife collect? And is it true that you hate Pittsburgh and are really a Tampa Bay Bucks fan? So, first off, top 3 PPG pops. I'm guessing Pop Price Guide, and again, I'm going to take that as in my collection. My top 3 Pop Price Guide pops are right here and boom, right there. I actually have them listed in which order they are. So, my number 3, my third most valuable, according to Pop Price Guide, would be my GameStop exclusive Bloody Xenomorph at $30. Next would be regular Diva at $37. And finally, Carbon Fiber Diva at $41. Again, according to the Pop Price Guide. As far as top 3 Pop Price Guide ones from the website, because I think they sell pops also. I don't know. I actually had to re-update my Pop Price Guide list before I answered this, because I stopped putting my pops on there for a while just because I was like, whatever. And yeah, so if it was from their website, I honestly have no idea. I don't know what they're selling or anything like that. But yeah, most sought after pop that I don't own, and there's a few of them. Obviously, right now, and it could change over time. And there's a lot of pops that I really would like to get, and all that kind of stuff. But the ones that I really, really, really would like right now are the entire Overwatch series. And for the most part, I pretty much have all the normal ones. So it's basically the variants of Overwatch guys I'm going after, except for regular soldier is the only normal one that I don't have that isn't a variant. But other than that, yeah, I need the Emerald City Comic Con Pharah, regular soldier, gold soldier. I think there might have even been one other one. I need the Box Lunch Reaper, the all white Blizzard exclusive Reaper, the two Tracer variants, and the all gold Widowmaker. Yeah, that's, to my knowledge, all the ones I need right now. Oh, and Unmasked Reinhardt, the Best Buy exclusive. I also need him. So those are the ones I'm really, really after. And obviously, there's other ones out there that I would love to have in my collection, and I'm just not going to get into those because there's just too many out there. Just way too many. And, does my wife collect? Yes, I actually just got her started on collecting pops, and that would be, she has two. She's got the 6-inch Horton, and she's got a 3-pack. It's a Stitch Love or Peace, the little pink female alien, and the little doll that Stitch always has around. So she's got that 3-pack, and she's got Horton, and those are the only pops she has. I did get her started on mystery minis though. She hasn't opened any yet. She did pick some out though, and hopefully will be in a future Mystery Mini Monday with me. And finally, is it true I hate Pittsburgh and am really a Bucks fan? Absolutely not. I actually don't watch too many sports. I'm not big into watching sports. It's pretty boring to me. Even though if I watch them, I really get into them and I'm screaming at the TV telling people to, F people up. And pretty much I just want to see people get hurt. I don't know. That's pretty messed up, but, that's what would be entertaining to me, is because I personally would rather be out there on the field. For football, defense, I couldn't. Back when I played football, I hated offense because I was a lineman. They put me on a lineman. I was like, no, I'm done with that, and I actually stopped doing football after 10th grade and just focused on wrestling and everything like that. But I love defense. Just smacking the crap out of people is so much fun. So, but yeah, ultimately, I don't really watch football or any sports for that matter. If it's on and everybody I'm around is watching it, I'll watch it. I'll get into it, but it's not for me. And no, I actually, if I picked a team, back when I did watch football, this was years ago, I was a Falcons fan, so I still root for the Falcons whenever I see them on. And I was actually a Falcons fan back when Mike Vick was the quarterback for them. So that's the last time I truly watched football, to give you an idea. But no, the Buccaneers, I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I'm not a Buck fan. But so if Pittsburgh and Buccaneers were playing, I'd root for Pittsburgh. If Philly and Pittsburgh were playing, I think I'd root for Philly, just to give you an idea. But ultimately, I'll cheer for the Falcons if they're playing. Or the Seahawks. I don't know. I kind of based my decision more on the mascots than the actual players. So I went with a lot of the birds. So, Seahawks, Falcons, Eagles. But to each their own. So, Oh boy. No Star Reviews says, I have an unnatural hatred for the color magenta. Do you also hate magenta? If so, will you join my underground resistance to purge the world of all things magenta? I wrote maybe. Ultimately, I don't have a problem with magenta. You know, it's a fairly peaceful color, you know, pink, purplish. I don't have a problem with it. But if for some reason I ever did change my mind and hate it, I would absolutely join your resistance. And actually, when I was answering this, my mom was sitting next to me. I was like, do you know what magenta looks like? And she's like, yeah, the shirt I'm wearing right now is magenta. So, yeah, I don't really have a problem with magenta, but if I did, I would absolutely join your underground resistance. And the final question for this series, and it's a doozy, brought to you by Jid Lid. Have you ever pooed your pants as an adult? Yes. Yes, I have. And I have peed myself as an adult as well. Luckily, when I pooed myself, I was at home, you know, messing around with my friends, you know, we're all just farting. And I pushed my luck. Oh. Oh no. And I had sharted myself. So, just ran upstairs. I threw the underwear out and, you know, cleaned myself up and carried on with my day. You know, whatever. It's whatever. So yeah, I have pooed myself as an adult. And as I get older, I can guarantee that probably won't be the last time. And as far as when I peed myself, that was way worse. That was way worse because I was in a mall, and I have a pretty weak bladder, which, besides not enjoying the taste of beer, is one of the reasons I don't drink too much, because once I break the seal, I'm going to the bathroom like every 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, it was, I was at the mall with my brother-in-law, and I just told him, I was like, man, I gotta pee, man, I gotta pee, I can't hold it, and I couldn't go outside because there wasn't really anywhere to, you know, sneak around and pee in a bush or anything. So we were looking around, we couldn't find a bathroom, and I was just like, dude, I'm gonna pee myself. He's like, oh my god, you're so embarrassing. And he walked away, and I was just like, and you see this big puddle of pee just around my feet, and I was like, oh my god. And he peeks his head around the corner. He's like, hey, look around the corner. And I look around the corner. Bathroom. Yeah. So I held it for like so long, and then peed myself in the middle of a store to find out that there was a bathroom right around the corner. That was bad. So there you guys have it. There's the first set of answers for my first set of questions for my first Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry it lasted so long. The next one, I might even have to break this up into 3 different videos for the answers, because taking how long this took, if I did all the other questions in just one next video, it's going to be even longer than this, so I might break it up even more. And to everyone's whose questions I didn't get to yet, I do apologize. I didn't really pick these in any specific order. I just was like bloop 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 and picked them at random. So I do promise I will get to your guys' questions that I haven't yet, and just, you know, bear with me. It hopefully will come throughout the week. If not, I will definitely try to get it by the weekend. And yeah, you know, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and haven't subbed, hit that sub button. You know, throw this video a little like. You know, like the fact I pooed myself. Share it with all your friends so all your friends can know I pooed myself. And yeah, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you guys' days are going. Anything you want in the comments. It's all up to you. And peace out.